welcome to Cooking with Abba. Today is a travel vlog from Ghana to Nigeria, specifically Abuja, Nigeria. That is our destination. But we're going to be transiting through Lagos and then to Abuja and then back to Ghana. And we're going to use two main flights, one from Epis and one by African World. And I'm going to leave you the reviews of how that went. But the storyline behind this is that I had to go to VFS Abuja office in Nigeria because we don't have the what do you call it, Finnish embassy in Ghana. So if you're going to countries like Finland, Sweden, and Co, you'd have to go to Nigeria, the VFS office, to actually submit your document after you filled it online. So yes, this was a drive from Tema straight to the Accra Kotoka International Airport. And usually when you leave in the morning, like there's less traffic on the road, so it's actually beautiful. We set off around 5:30 and by 6 we were actually at the airport because this was traffic free in the morning. Thank you to my sister-in-law, Nana, for the drive to the airport as well. So yes, I used Airpeace for the first part of the travel from Ghana, Kotoka International Airport to Lagos, and I had to transit from Lagos to Abuja. And when you go to Kotoka International Airport, like you obviously see the vibe in there, pretty much very professional in there. So I did the check-in, already had booked and everything online, checked in online. Usually for Airpeace in Ghana, this was a Sunday travel and they move early in the morning. So 7 a.m. you'd have to be ready for the flight. So after checking passport control and all those ones, I was at the sitting area and then waiting for my flight. And yes, they had printed the boarding pass for me, which had my seat number and all those things. For my carry-on bag, they gave me a label as well. I didn't travel with any extra stuff because I was just going to the embassy and then returning. So everything of mine was in my backpack as well. So when it was time to board the flight, obviously it was announced and the gates we were supposed to use, we just descended into the bus, which moved us towards the plane. And like I tell you, one of the best airports you can actually travel from is Kotoka International Airport because of the professionalism in there and how things are. So when we got into the plane, yes, we had to pick your seats. Yes, obviously I was by the seats, close the window, and yes, supervisor. I went to check the washrooms. Well, I think they were pretty much cute. That's a word. It was cute, but at least the essential thing you needed was there, which was good in there as well. Then once we sit and all those things, obviously they do the safety tips and stuff. And this is me, your girl. I was just enjoying my seat at the back there alone. Yes, there were people in front of me, but I really like sitting at least 3, 4 seats before the washroom. If I have to use the washroom, I can easily get up and go. And I like the fact that way I don't get to video people and then have people in my video and have issues later on. So yes, once the plane is about to set off, they're going to do the safety things and then they would recommend you put off your phone or turn it off, or most importantly, have it on airplane mode. So yes, I couldn't video much of what was happening outside, because my phone was pretty much off at the point. Then it was time for meal time, and they serve it in their boxes. Yes, their paper boxes. There was a spoon or cutlery, something. There was some croissant and some pastry as well, with the juice, water, and cookies. Yes, they had chin chin and something, because I've forgotten the name of the other one, but there were two biscuits, something in, which I really did enjoy as well. And there was drink in too. So when we landed at Lagos, Abuja, Lagos is not that far from Ghana by flight, Yes, so it's shorter when you do the flight in the, and you can just do everything online. Yes, fly Airpeace. That's what I did in there for myself. So that is very easy to do as well. So once we descend, obviously, like for travelers, you just need to find out where you're going. I was doing a transit, so you had to do the transfer something. But before that, you have to pass through passport control, and passport control is obviously going to stamp and then let you know that yes, you've entered Nigeria legally as well. I had the opportunity to see the arrival port part of the airport because my transit time was quite a lot, and then I decided to wait a bit and then move at a point to the other terminal. And in Nigeria, my Nigerian stay was very comfortable, very great, very good because of my uncle in Nigeria. So thank you very much, Uncle Salami. You were awesome. Like I am very grateful for the hospitality in there. But Lagos Airport is obviously a very big like airport. Yes, yes, it's like plush in there. I think it's okay. Yes, but their domestic terminal, because I was flying with Dean, so I had to move from the international to the domestic. That is quite a distance. So we took a car that took us to that side of the airport. So we had to fly domestic and use their domestic um, airport. So that was obviously in there. So if you're flying, you're doing airpiece, please make sure that you've made some budget for those things, and then you actually would put that in. I've forgotten how much they took for that drive, but please make sure that you have that in mind if you are doing Lagos to Abuja. And I think a lot of the Nigerians actually fly because the road to from Lagos to Abuja is pretty much long, and so you need to be very mindful of that. So once you enter in, we did the check-in, we did the passport control and stuff, and then it was time to wait. Unfortunately, just like Ghana, doomso, I tell you, it was hell. Like it was just on, off at a point, which was very frustrating. And the flight was delayed drastically. There were issues in there, and I think that's one thing people always have issue with airpiece is about the delays and all those things. Like at a point it was pretty much frustrating. And for me, I always tell travelers, make sure your passport is in your safest part, your handbag always under the seat to be safe. And yes, once things move, you know you are good to go. So once everything was settled and we're ready to move, they had to close the compartment like every airline does, and the safety things were also announced in the booklet, and things were also there for you to read. And of course, we were served once again. Yes, that had also juice, that had cake and some rolls as well, and there was some chin chin, which is like I've forgotten how best to explain it, but that was like chipsy something in there. There was some toffee. Obviously your water is there for you, and I like the fact that the drinks were varied because the first drink I had on the first one was different from what I had on the Abuja one. So I think as for food, the food stuff is okay, but when it comes to delays and stuff, like it's not a pleasant something. And you know the wait time for the Abuja, I got to like Lagos early in the morning. I had to wait till evening before flying. Like those hours can really stress you out. And I tell you, the airport at Abuja was beautiful. It was very neat. I think maybe because it's pretty new or something, but I really liked that part as well. So I had to stay in a hotel, yes, because my embassy visit was the next day in the morning at 8 o'clock. So I had to stay. And like I said, thank you very much to my uncle, Uncle Salami. Like I really did enjoy my stay in Nigeria, even though I had a bit of stress entering. But I think it all went well, and the hospitality was good. And this hotel, yes, is at Asokoro, and I liked it because it was comfy, it was homey, the food was nice, the reception was good, the view was nice. Like you could actually see some greens and enjoy the view in the morning or late night when the sun is going down. It was really great. And I tried a lot of Nigerian meals as well. So for my first day breakfast, before I went to the VFS office, I enjoyed some akara, yes, which we call in Ghana kose, with some, beans, sausage, and all those things. I was playing easy that day because I didn't know what I was going to expect in there. But when I came back from the embassy VFS stuff, my guy, I had to go heavy. So I tried this Nigerian amala, yes, with the stew's name I've forgotten. I don't want to try mention it and then disgrace myself, but I'll leave it out maybe in the comment section for you. But I think I like the amala. It was very smooth. It was very nice, and I like the way they creatively rolled it up. So it was like, it was guy. Like I really did enjoy this, and this was fish based. And I think the only thing is that they like pepper, and you saw darkness because doomso happened. So I took this with coca fish and doomso. But fortunately, this hotel actually had they actually had how do you call it, generator, so it was always safe to actually like, whenever the light goes off, you still get light. Because funny enough, we complain of doomsor in Ghana, but in Nigeria, doomsor is another whole something altogether. So that is something you'd have to also keep in mind. The next day, I was like, I'm going to try everything some more. So I tried their local meals, some juice and water, vegetables, rice, local. And I like the fact that they take a lot of their local stuff. So this was the proper moi moi with their local rice, egg stew, scrambled eggs, and because I'm a Ghanaian with a fancy with a sweet teeth, I added in some veggies as well. Then I took some fruit as well, pineapple, pawpaw, some cookies which they made at the hotel, bread and all those things. I was like, this one day I would dirty myself. Yes. So this was something new I was trying. I think they call this pap, and you can eat it with milk and honey or sweetener of your choice, or you can eat it like that. But I really did enjoy it. I think it was creamy and it was nice. It was great. Yes, yes, yes. So the hotel I stayed in was Capital Club. Yes, Capital Club. I think pub and apartments. Yes, yes. And when I was leaving, I definitely did leave with some jollof rice because I had to try Nigerian jollof as well. So very beautiful things around that accommodation area is the fact that they're also close to ECOWAS. So when you move in to the VFS, you can pass by ECOWAS area and see how beautiful and how big and how gigantic. One thing about Abuja is everything is big in Abuja. Their infrastructure, their buildings, their things, even their roads, they are so large, so huge, so gigantic. And I like the fact that there's intentional greening over there. Like Abuja is like, it's truly the capital. It's truly the capital. It's a beautiful place to be. Yes, I passed through Lagos, just the airport, so I can't talk much about Lagos, but honestly, like I really did enjoy the Abuja stay in there. So this was in July. There was a lot of rains in there. And trust me, I had a bit of issue at the VFS office too because I was supposed to pay, when you for us who are not in Nigeria, one option you have is that when they are done processing, instead of you coming back for your passport, they can actually DHL it to you. And that you'd have to pay for it and some other service fees and stuff. I think it would be great if those fees can be made available to you when you're applying, then you pay for it all at once with your Visa card or MasterCard. Done. When you go there, you have to pay for it. Because I got there, I had my MasterCard. I thought I could just pay. And they were like, no. And they use a local bank, ATM card, and all those ones, the POS, they called them, which I didn't have access to. And then I had foreign currency. I had some USDs. Get that money changed and then come back and then pay in cash for receipts and all those things. That was stressful. So I think if they can do something about it, it will help those of us who have to move from our countries to go there as well. So like I said, I tried the Nigerian jollof, and I tried it with catfish and they gave me some vegetables. This was also from Capital Plus. Like I said, they do a lot of deals in there as well. And the thing about Abuja, everything in Abuja is big. There are malls, there are shopping areas, and all those things. So I just passed through this shopping area as well. And then I was like, I'm a local girl. Oh, please, let's go to the local market. Let's go and buy some Akara and some Ankara cloth and some stuff. So I tried, of course, some corn, some Nkatiabori and all those ones there as well. And I think things are a bit cheap. Food, I think, is cheap in Nigeria as compared to Ghana because for this Nkatiabori stuff, the granite, it was just 500 naira, and it was a lot. It was a lot. The corn, the cooked corn, she gave me two for the 500 naira, which is also, I think, pretty much cheap than in Ghana. So I think yes, food prices is not bad. And thanks to once again to Idris and then Godwin as well. So they took me on the tour. They were like, before we go to the airport, before you fly away, I'm going to show you something beautiful in Abuja. And we went to this beautiful play area. I think it's family sound. So the kids can go there. As adults, you can also go and have some fun. So it's like a family playground you can actually make most of. And it's beautiful. There are a lot of things you can actually do. And honestly, like this really bubbled me up because I'm pretty much an extrovert at heart. So this was something good to see. And I think this was nice if you can afford to take your kids there, especially if you're not in Nigeria. Yes, in Ghana, I think we used to have Ifwas at Land Park. It's gone down and all those ones. We don't have such big playgrounds like these anymore. Yes, you can check the aviation center for Bliss Family Entertainment and all those ones. But at the end of the day, I think there's a good investment. Whoever did this in Abuja, like thumbs up, like it's good. So yes, we enjoyed the space. This was me before I left Abuja, Nigeria, which, like I said, you have to try it for yourself. You have to try it for yourself. And the gate fee was not much. And most of these activities were also not, so you just save up. End of the month, take your kids there, let them have fun. Definitely, I think you should try it out if you ever do pass through Abuja, Nigeria. So this was just extra stuff on the journey, yes, as well. So there's a full travel vlog experience you're having in there. And like I keep saying, one thing I love about Abuja is things are big, things are plush, things are fine, but things are very much intentional. So you see a lot of greens, the place is calm, there's less crowded and all those things, all like in their former capital in Lagos. I stand to be corrected, but that's what I saw and that's what I experienced. So yes, this play area, you definitely have to check it out if you happen to be in Abuja. And this is also close to their stadium as well. Their main stadium is also around that side. So if you want to check it out, I had wanted to check, but yeah, it's quite a distance from there to the airport. And so we didn't want to risk it. And I couldn't check out the stadium. But I think the next time I go to Nigeria, I'm definitely going to spend more time in Abuja and then really do a proper tour because I really loved Abuja. Like it was a place to be. So like I said, if you find yourself there, yes, save some small local fuel and then just check it out for yourself. If you happen to go with the kids too, that's okay. That's beautiful as well. So yes, now let's go back to our travel vlog. And the fun was over. A lot of games, a lot of things you can do there. But that was not the main reason I went to Abuja. Please, I went to Abuja for my VFS visit. And obviously, all work and no play makes Abba a dull girl. So Abba had to have some playtime, some fun time as well. And thank you very much to the people in Abuja who made my stay very fun, well balanced, less stress free. Yes, as stress free as possible. Yes, they made it happen. Idris, um, Godwin, like I'm most grateful to you guys a lot, like bounteously. I'm so grateful to you guys. So yes, like I said, if you happen to be there, like just make sure that you really do check that place out because you would really like it a lot. There's a lot to actually do. Like let the child in you come out as well. So after we're done with this, then we had to leave. That was sad. But like I said, Abuja, sometimes when it gets to the latter part of the day, like after working hours around 4 or 5, sometimes traffic can build. It's not horrible. The traffic in Abuja is not horrible. So it's okay. Just that you need to be mindful of it. And so we didn't want to risk anything. I wanted to be there on time. This time round, honestly, with the whole delay thing with airpiece, I wasn't motivated to do airpiece again. So I just switched and then I just bought African World. On Monday, African World had a flight at 1:30, but by then there was no way I was going to meet up with that flight. So I had to do the Tuesday flight, which was in the evening. So that was I think around 8 or so. So we had to then drive to the airport. And like I said, you can actually do these things online. So I just did it online. I booked online the Monday evening. Yes, Monday when I came back from the airport and I had eaten my amala. I just did that booking and then on the Tuesday evening, so Tuesday within the day, that's when I did a bit of the tour in Abuja. And then I actually went to the airport in the evening to do that as well. So when you enter, interestingly, there's a dog there that will sniff your bag and stuff, whether there's any cocaine or anything like that. Then you enter. Once you enter, you have There's another check area that you pass your bag and things in to also scan in, then you enter, you find where the check-ins actually are. It's a very big and clean airport. Like, I like the fact that this was not populated so much. I like the fact that the place was clean, it was open. I really did like that. It had that international touch, like the Murtala Airport, even the washrooms were clean. That's one thing I really did love about the airports in Abuja. I was really impressed. And like the Lagos one, you still see the beauty in the design for the main entrance. But the Abuja one is definitely very big. And like I tell you, Abuja, there, everything is gigantic, everything is big, everything is plush, everything is definitely well thought and developed in there. So that was beautiful in there. And obviously, you see the presidents, their photos, which are also there, which makes you know that yes, this is for the people by the people. And when I was coming, because my passport was with VFS, which they were sending to the embassy, Finnish embassy in Finland, for them to give me to stamp or give me my visa. So I had to actually use my Ghana card to come. But then the VFS office, they gave me a sheet or my passport with details that showed that actually I was getting a residence permit. That's why it is not with me. So I used a Ghana card, like Waumia had said. Yes, I used Ghana card to actually come back. That had its own pros and cons. Yes, I had a bit of issue at the immigration part because like they didn't have that captured in their system at Abuja because I entered through Lagos, but I think they were able to sort that out for me, so that wasn't a problem in the end. And like I said, Abuja, the airport there is so clean, even the washrooms and everything is clean. Things are well ordered. Like it's nice, it's nice. So when it was time to board, African World too is very much because it's from Ghana. You know, Ghana is professional. Like professionalism is key in there. So when it was time, we went through all the processes. They bussed us to where the plane was actually. Then we boarded in, and then as usual, I like to sit at a place where if I'm videoing, I don't end up videoing people and having issues and lawsuits afterwards. And look at the washroom; it was also very clean and crisp. That is one thing you know you're going to get with African World. Like professionalism is key, and yes, it's very neat and like things are really like 5 star. Yes. So I think if I'm going to give African World, I'm going to give them like 4 to 5 stars because obviously they also have their own pitfalls in there. But they would obviously do the same security stuff, which is a standard something. The planes are clean, the planes are neat, obviously, and the flight obviously takes off. You're also supposed to make sure that the phone is on flight mode. Then they served us some carrot cake, some water, awake one is for life, and some juice. I was honestly not impressed with the meal they served. Let me be very honest. I was very impressed with it because I think Airpeas, when it comes to food, how they did theirs, it was way better than Airpeas. I think African World. So I think African World, you need to work a bit on your refreshment part because yes, Ghana to that's over 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 40 minutes flight. I received 2 carrot cakes. I was like, what? At least balance it up. And then that drink, well, it's okay. But I think they can just up it a bit. Apart from that, but I think professionalism, like the whole process, is less tedious and all those things. And there's nothing like home. When I got back to Kotoka, I was just happy. We had to go through passport immigration once again. And they would also check, Ghana, we always check your health stuff when you come in. You have your immunization, yellow fever stuff, your COVID card, and all those ones. Yes, so I think it was great to be home. And then at the arrival part, yes, there was family home to pick me up. And once again, thank you to my nephews and my sister-in-law and yes, my mom and co. So yes, I had family picking me up, which was easy. I just had to just ah go home and enjoy home. So yeah, this was my travel vlog from Ghana to Abuja, Nigeria, passing through Lagos. So yes, if you did like this video, do like, do share, do subscribe, and watch out for a lot of travel vlogs. And the continuation is my travel vlog from Ghana to Finland. So you should watch that video as well. Till I see you in that video, do live life to the fullest, be joyous, be merry. Lots of love from my team and I. Mwah.